Hi and salams everyone. Hope everyone's growing journey is going really well. Hopefully getting some harvest in. So this is a video of how I make my own fertilizer. Now I'm not saying that you can't buy any organic ones, but since all of this is all waste products, I'm better off, turning it into something which will be very, very fruitful. Now, I usually make my own fertilizer and store it in the house of when I need it. And I'm going to show you the end products of how it looks like. So this is how it looks in the beginning. And this is how it looks in the end. It's just literally a powder. It smells absolutely amazing. And I'm just going to just show you how I do this. So first of all, it looks like this. I have hens, so as you can see, I get a lot of eggshells. We eat a lot of fruits in this house, so you've got here banana skins. I think this is mango skins. Any orange. I've even got like a manky old onion that I just found. I didn't obviously cover it up, so rather than throw it in the bin, I've just throw it here. And what I do is that I have like a container, a baking tray that I leave in the oven permanently. So everyone in this household knows whenever they eat anything, whether it's to do with fruits or eggs, just put it in the baking tray. So this basically stays at the bottom of my oven. And what happens is whenever the oven is turned on for cooking, obviously this is in the oven, it just dries out slowly. So once it's dried out, I'm trying to look at one that's dried out, something like this. It's usually, this is the banana, is usually dried up like this. It will feel crispy. This is orange skin, so it feels like really dry and leathery and crispy. The eggshells again would be very brittle. Once it's done, I would usually take it out and store it in the bucket. So this is the buckets that I'm talking about. This is where it all goes. It all stays here. And just in this form, it can last for months and it would not smell because because it's not wet, it's dry. So if you try to store eggshells without drying it out first, I am telling you, you would get a really rotten smell in your kitchen and it's not pleasant. Once you dry it for about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, then it can stay like this for weeks. And even when you open this bucket, you don't get any egg smell. You get that very beautiful, fruity, citrusy kind of smell, depending on obviously what skins you keep. After that, once this bucket is full, it was actually really full, then you just get a blender and you just blend it up. And once it's blended into a powder, you just store it. So right now, in this bucket, I have my calcium, I have my potassium coming from the banana skins. I have everything that's any plant, especially, this is a secret I will say to my really like big tomatoes. I reckon it's this. And the reason why I don't just crush this and put this in the garden is because if I just crush the eggs and put it in the garden, it will take so long for it to break down before the plants can use it. Whilst if I have it in a powder form, it will still take a while to break down, but it can be used within that season with all the rain and all of that. It will be broken down really, really simple, really easily, and it can be used. And sometimes what I do is I add a bit of Epsom salt into this, so you've got your magnesium in there. And again, just top dress the plants. So when I see my tomato plants especially starting to show flowers, that's the time that I would add this fertilizer at the base of the plant, mix it in with the soil and water it really well. And yeah, and I will do that maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on what my plant is saying. Or I will add some to my compost bin so that it's already it's already in there ready to be used for next year's season. And it's just a wonderful way to just use up your waste. So like I said, nothing goes to waste in my household. Everything is reused, has a repurpose. Even this bucket, this container was something that had seeds in, again is reused. You know, this is literally the best stuff that you can have for your garden. So please don't throw this in the bin, don't chuck it away, use it. And this method, you know, once it's in this powder form, it will last in the house for many years. I found a little container the other day of this powder that I made like 5 years ago, and it still smelled fine. No funky stuff, there was no you know, mold, and as long as no water gets into it, it's absolutely fine. So yeah, this is my secret to getting wonderful big tomatoes, and this is how I make my own fertilizer.